Hey everybody, welcome back to What's Cooking Wednesday. I'm gonna get set up for a second, then I'll do a little announcement, but we're gonna make some cake. So hopefully it'll be good. All right, here we go. Okay, so I have searched long and hard to try to find like a cake recipe or like a dessert recipe or like some kind of treats that are pre-op friendly. So I'm gonna try this. I hope it works really well. I'm not 100% sure that it will, but I'm gonna try. So I'm gonna mix for a minute and like hopefully this isn't super loud. But I did it. Okay, so it is. Sorry. No one's even here, so that's fine. I'm just let this happen right now in the background. Sorry. Sorry, that was like really aggressive. I didn't know how to make that. I actually like pre-whipped these egg whites like almost all the way, but I didn't want to like not do it, like, you know, not do some sort of demonstration on here. So, oh, hi Tiffany. Oh, and Cindy and Crystal. Hi guys. I'm attempting a pre-op cake. We'll see how it goes. I need to shout out my sister. She sent me the recipe for this, and I tweaked it a little bit to make sure that it was like pre-op friendly. So a shout out to Abigail for sending me some help, because I was like, I need assistance. Okay, so to start, I preheated the oven to 350, and I whipped up 7 egg whites with some, not sugar in the raw, Splenda in the raw, which I accidentally bought in packets. Don't do that. 10 out of 10, do not recommend that. My husband stood here with me and like cut them all open and shook them out. But anyway, you're gonna whip it up, which I did already do that. And you wanna make sure you have peaks, which we do. Shiny peaks. So that's the first portion. So if you don't have like a stand mixer, you could just mix it like with a regular mixer, but you're not gonna want to hand mix it. Like, I mean, like with a whisk, like hand whisk it. You're gonna want some sort of power mixer. All right, so big fluffy egg stuff. The next thing, I am gonna put some cinnamon in here. This is kind of like an angel food cake vibe, but there's not gonna really be. Sorry, my hair's stuck in my eyelash. There's not really. The recipe called for like a sugar-free syrup. We don't really have any of those that are like pre-op friendly, certainly post-op friendly. That would be fine. You could put whatever you want on it. So I'm going to do a little sprinkle of cinnamon, and we're going to fold it into the egg whites because I just think it'll give it like a little bit more taste, but not a ton. That should be plenty. And then also, this is a, guys, I drop stuff every week because I don't normally cook like over here. I usually cook in a different place. So I always drop something because I'm like out of my element. Okay, well, this is mostly half of a scoop of vanilla protein powder. We're gonna fold that into our egg white batter. Oh my God, of course you have jokes about the peaks. Do your best to keep, this is for, you know, this is professional. All right, so we're gonna shake this in here. I'm gonna try to go ahead and like sprinkle it all about and then kind of fold it in all at once. Because the thing with the egg whites is you want it to be cakier, so you don't want it to be full. Like you want to remain with the fluff, right? So see, it's like super fluffy and like the eggs are like flopping around. You want that. So just like, you're supposed to do like a little fold and a half turn and a fold and a turn and a fold and a turn and kind of go like that to try to get it like somewhat well incorporated. I'm going to be honest with you. I hope that this will incorporate. I'm not sure. The recipe says that it will. So here we go. Like I said, this is like a will it pre-op. We're trying this all together. I do usually preemptively do all these like before I come on here, but this is kind of like a lot of ingredients, and I was like, honestly, let's just all go on this journey together because I will say, so I have trialed quite a few other, like I was trying to do some like 2 or 3 ingredient pre-op friendly cakes, and that did not go well. And was not well received in my household. Actually, at one point, my daughter was like, why does this cake look like meat? And I was like, I know. So I was a little nervous to attempt this cake, but here we are, and we're going to try it. And honestly, it already looks better than what was happening before. So I'm hoping we're pretty good because it's still very fluffy. Yeah, still very So, got a springform pan. This recipe did not call for a springform pan, but I think it'd be easier because maybe it'll help it kind of maintain its shape. I did pre-spray it with some non-stick spray. I mean, you can use whatever kind of pan you want. So, bring it back here so you can see. All right, so we're gonna pour her in there. I think the idea is that the egg whites and the protein powder kind of like mesh up and make it not just a straight meringue, but we'll see how that works out, if I'm being honest. In the batter, I think I said this, maybe I did not. In the egg whites, there's already some sugar in the raw and a little bit of salt. So we're just gonna like push this in here, and I'm not gonna fool with it anymore because it'll, you know, like egg whites that tend to deflate. So we want to see what happens. All right, so she's pretty, looking cakeish, looking inviting, kind of jiggly. All right, I'm gonna put this in the oven, and then we're gonna keep talking about some other stuff. Alexa, set a timer for 15 minutes. All right, let's get this out of the way. Okay, so, I just made such a mess. Okay, so since we're talking about treats, I got an idea for while this was cooking to, yeah, I know, I stevia in the raw. I know my husband's correcting me, but that's true. It's not sugar in the raw. I just wanted to say that for some reason. Oh, let's move this. So I thought it might be a good idea to make a little protein coffee. If you do these in advance, like they kind of feel like Starbucksy or like your favorite coffee shop. I know not everybody's like super sold on certain types of protein pre-made drinks, but a pre-made one does make it easier. If you make your own, go ahead and pre-make that to your specifications, and then we'll get to that in a second. But we're gonna make a little whipped coffee to go on top. So I have some instant coffee. This is 100%, probably can't see it, but it's 100% coffee. It's not like, this isn't like an espresso, like it's not like a latte or like a cappuccino that's instant. It's just micro ground coffee. So don't go getting anything else that's like super flavored or anything like that. So I've actually never done it. Well, actually online. I did this like back during COVID when everyone was doing this, but I haven't done it since. So we're going to see if it works. Couple teaspoons of coffee. I find stevia to be like extremely sweet tasting, so I'm just gonna put 1 packet. It said 2 teaspoons of regular sugar. I feel like that would be a lot in the realm of stevia. That's just my personal opinion, but honestly, you can put 10 in here if you want. All right, and it also requires some hot water, which I forgot to bring. Okay, a little bit of hot water. And now we mix. If you have a little milk frother, it works. If you don't, you can whisk it for like a long time until you want to pass out. Because I actually remember doing this with a regular thing and it took forever. Actually, also, I'm gonna be real with you, I don't know that this is gonna work with stevia, but we'll see. Can you see? I may have put a little too much coffee in here. I got excited, I think. But, okay, so while this is doing this, since we've all tuned in together, so the cake, we'll circle back. It would, so while it is cake, technically, it would count for, let's see, probably, there's no yolks in the egg, so it would probably count for like half, because eggs are kind of like half of it anyway. It would probably count for like half of your protein for the day, and then also at least one of your protein shakes, because there's protein powders going in there. So you'd have to be aware of that, and it would have to, of course, be worth it to you to do that. But, you know, I still think it's probably worth it if it comes out good. If you're a big sweets person, it probably would be worth just attempting it anyway, and honestly eating it if it doesn't come out good. That's just my personal opinion. Oh, hey, Abigail, I shouted you out earlier. Thank you. That's my sister. She chimed in. She's responsible for the recipe, which is super helpful, and it's honestly going to probably change everyone's life if it comes out great. Also, if it doesn't come out good today, I'll like keep trying it, because like I said, originally I was trying with a with like a two or three ingredient one, and it honestly just wasn't. It wasn't worth eating. It was literally like a cake flatbread, which it didn't taste bad, but it just was like not doing it. I wonder how long this happens. Here we go. Okay, so perhaps it's just this recipe, because I remember when I did this during COVID, it took like 6 hours to do this, and apparently it's just how it is. Oh, the results vary, she says. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I figure it also, it does say in there, like, to use egg whites that are separated by hand, not to use, like, carton egg whites. So I did that. But also, like, egg sizes vary, temperatures in the oven. I did do a water bath in the oven to try to, like, kind of help with that. I will put my results, like, if this works out, I'll put all the details on, like, how I made it happen in the recipe. Like, all the little special details or whatever. But, so it's still, like I said, it would kind of count for like a lot of things for the day for you. Like I know Teresa, one of our patients, she said her birthday is tomorrow. And so, I mean, I think like on a special occasion, if it's like you're celebrating your birthday during pre-op or whatever, it would certainly be worth attempting. But we'll see. We'll see how it comes out, and we'll see if she likes it or she thinks it's worth it. All right, we're getting somewhere with this frothiness. I think the one thing people get sometimes kind of bummed out about with pre-op is they think it's got to be like boring, and they think it's got to be like only chicken and veggies, which you can go that route. If it's easier for you to just like pick one or two things and stick with it. I actually had a patient the other day, I was talking to him about that. I was like, just pick one thing you like and go with it. Because if it becomes overwhelming, you know, you don't want that either. The idea is that this is supposed to be healthy for you, but also not miserable. Like, I know we're not, it's hard to believe that, but we're not trying to make it miserable. So I'm trying to like finish my whipping of this coffee. But that's why I think like trying to make like a little protein coffee, or like if you like tea, try to get crazy with the tea and just make it more interesting if you can. Oh, no boring for out. Thank you, Angie. I know I don't like things to be boring. I figure like, I mean, not to be presumptuous, but like I feel like we're all here probably because we like food. You know what I'm saying? So like let's try to make it as pleasant as possible. I'm also, as pleasant as possible, so it's like at least relatively enjoyable. What I was going to interrupt myself and say is I hope the batteries on this thing don't die because I stole it out of my kid's Xbox controller. So we'll see how good it does. Almost there, I think. I feel like if you do the reverse coffee, it will take away the need for whipped cream. And I feel like that sometimes, like, you know, you go to Starbucks, you go to wherever, PJs, wherever you like, and they always like slap a little whipped cream on there, which makes it feel extra treaty. So I'm kind of hoping this will do the what am I trying to say? Work in the whipped cream's favor. So we're getting somewhere. I feel like maybe I needed a larger whipper. It also sounds like I'm shaving the coffee. So what a strange set of sounds. Also, this is like the opposite of ASMR right now. It's like clack, 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 clack. Circling back to pre-op, let's see. All right, let me talk about that. Honestly, I thought this was going to go faster. So I would say one of the other things about not boring pre-op, find some snacks that you like. Pickles. If you don't like pickles, a lot of people like jicama with tahini, or even just like salt and pepper. Jicama is a little bit sweet, so it also kind of like helps with the need or want for like fruit, which you don't have during pre-op. So you can definitely do that. I was actually also telling my same patient, I was like, look, I got carrot fries and I made them. I still make them. We really like them here actually. And like, if you just do that throughout your whole time, it really takes away the like, that moment from like, okay, I'm hungry, I need to find something to eat. But carrot fries take like, if you do them in the oven, they take like an hour. Now, if you do them in the air fryer, they will take less time. But if you're hangry, it doesn't matter if it takes 20 minutes. Like, you're still going to be ready to kill somebody by the time that it's time to get your carrot fries out, right? So if you can, make it in advance and then just like slap it in the fridge or freezer and then grab and go. Same thing with fruit, right? And no, soup, duh. I'm like saying all kinds of stuff because I'm staring at this. Okay, so same thing with soup. Soup is so easy to freeze and grab and go, and then you don't have to be stressed. Because, I mean, you're already worried about surgery. You spent the money for that. Some people are like, have a fear of flying. I guess what I'm saying is there's a lot of anxiety that can happen. And just try to take the anxiety out of it if you can. I'm saying that's because I have a ton of anxiety, so maybe I'm just speaking for myself. I don't know. Okay, almost good with this coffee situation. I figured we'd go with like a treats theme because, you know, we're going with cake. We'll have cake and coffee, kind of like desserts, or like a little bistro restaurant vibe. We're almost there, I think, with this. Also, I should say that this recipe for cake calls for like, I think 7 egg whites. So it's a lot of eggs. So you have to be prepared for that to like use a bunch. But I mean, totally worth it, I think, if it comes out. All right. This looks pretty frothy. Sorry, this portion is probably going to be a little dull. All right, because I got to think. Sometimes on here, I'm like, I'm trying to think and talk, and I'm trialing all this at once. Because like I said, I usually do trial in advance, but I just didn't this time because I was afraid that like, I was like, what if I do it and it's awesome, and then like I can't replicate it? Which honestly, I guess is still a fear, but. All right. This little frother's doing pretty good. I actually got this today. I have like a full espresso machine, so I don't usually use like just a tiny frother, but this is working pretty good. I mean, I'm not sure that I would do this every day, but it's totally worth it for like a special treat. It's kind of the theme of today's What's Cooking Wednesday. All right. Oh, I separated the eggs. It said in the recipe to definitely not use egg beaters or like boxed egg whites, which honestly I would have probably done if it wouldn't have said that. So I'm actually glad it said it because I probably would have just been like, be so much easier to just do that. All right, so barista time. Protein shake, very easy, crack and pour. Again, if you make your own protein shakes, that's totally fine. There's vegan options, there's vegetarian options, there's all kinds of options. Well, I guess this is vegetarian, but vegan ones. Like Orgain makes some good vegan ones. And then, so we got it all in our little thing. This is the chocolate peanut butter. You get whatever flavor you want. It probably would be prettier atop like a vanilla because it would like you'd be able to see the contrast better, but I didn't have any vanilla, so here we go. All right. See? Whipped, beautiful. And then you reverse it. Which again, like this was popular like a while back, but I was like, this is good. Why did I not think of this sooner? And like that, I think it might on pre-op like make it feel fancier than it is, perhaps. I don't know if y'all need to feel fancy, but sometimes I do. So, oh yeah, Corky is in the comments helping me. Thank you. Yeah, well, he was actually here when I separated the egg whites way earlier because I actually also made them room temperature. Sometimes like when they're super cold, they do weird stuff. So they're not. They were room temp. But honestly, if I for some reason this doesn't go well, I'll come back and I'll do it with cold. All right, so reverse coffee kind of looks a little like a turd. I should like, sorry, I said turd, but like, you know what I mean? Maybe I'll fluff it out. There we go. That looks prettier. Look, put a cute little straw in there. These are the cutest ones I have right now. Like this guy, he's popping up out of here. And enjoy. And as it melts, you'll get a little coffee in there and then you'll get, like, it'll kind of start shrieking down, which is good and tasty. In my opinion, of course. So let's see. All right, that's that. That was a Premier Protein. There's like so many that you can have on pre-op that are good. This one, like I said, Orgain has a bunch of them that are vegan. I want to say only what you need to own. I think those are also vegan. I may be making that up. They're yummy too. Anyway, there's pretty much all of them. Even like the Equate brand from Walmart is good and you can use them on pre-op. So they're pretty budget friendly as far as those are concerned. I do also like to remind everybody this, you're not like required to have 3 a day. You're certainly able to have 3, but like some people are like, I don't like protein shakes, just skip it and move on with your life. It's totally fine. But if you like coffee, I feel like this does add something to it. See, it's going to kind of start to meld in there. Anyway, and then like all this is still pre-op friendly. See what it's about. It's good. Let's taste this. Okay, that's a little strong. I think I over coffeed, but still good. Like I said, once it kind of melds in there, it'll be good. I've done this before, but I really, like I said, this time I realized when I put a 3rd spoon in there, I was like, it's probably too much coffee. But anyways, that's why it's a little extra chocolatey looking. But as it kind of, like I said, sinks down, it'll be good. All right, let's see. How much time do we have left? Ooh, not much. A minute. Let's check this. Oh, all right. Hold on. This may be cake, guys. It may happen. Is it me or that's cake? That looks like cake. It's gonna, of course, deflate because it's egg whites. But, I mean, it smells like cake. Let's cut it. I mean, I probably should let it cool for a second before I, like, totally destroy this whole thing. But, like, I'm just saying, I feel like this would probably work for, like, at least for, like, a sweet tooth craving day. Or, like, I don't know, one of those kind of things. I'm gonna probably have to let it cool because if I cut it right now, it's gonna... I'm looking around the sides. You probably can't see that. Hello. But, like, it's not really ready to come out, even though it's on the spring form. It needs a minute to think about itself. But that is a cake. This is pre-op friendly. So we have done it, guys. Again, I added some, what am I trying to say? Some cinnamon. You could probably add some other, like, I don't know, why am I trying to think about this? Like, what's a dry seasoning that's good with sweets besides cinnamon? Nutmeg, allspice, something along those lines. Alexa, stop. If you like something like that, you could do that to kind of like elevate the flavor, or like bring it to that. Also, what you could do if you want is utilize like a different flavored protein powder if you want to do that. The recipe I actually got this from said something about snickerdoodle, which would obviously be good. That's where I kind of got the cinnamon idea. I just didn't have it. The one I have is vanilla. And it is good, but you can make a chocolate one with a chocolate protein powder. You can't add cocoa during pre-op, but I do think you do it during post-op if you wanted this protein cake. And this whole thing, I can't even imagine how many calories it is, but like, it's probably not a lot. Oh yeah, Kayla says, and no tears. I literally was like, I may cry on the internet. Like if it doesn't go good, because I was like, everybody was like, oh my God, cake. And I was like, I know, but like, what if it sucks? And honestly, I'm serious. The last time I made one, my daughter was like, why does that look like meat? I don't know how it looked like meat, but it really did. So this is cake. It has happened. I'm very, very excited. I like want to take my phone off of here right now and take a picture of it because it's just so pretty. But, anyway, we survived, and the cake will be pre-op friendly. So Teresa, happy birthday in advance. Tomorrow, if you want to try this while you're in pre-op, you're more than welcome. It works. And again, it's like a meringue cake, but it is a cake nonetheless. So I am birthday cake protein. There you go, Kayla. All right, birthday cake protein. They have all kinds of proteins, guys. You get that marshmallow one, that would be awesome. It probably tastes like a campfire because it's a little toasty on the top. That would be chef's kiss. I just didn't want to spend $40 on a thing of it, but if you already have it, give it a little shake. Again, it's going to count for your one protein shake of the day, and it's going to count for probably at least half your regular like lean protein because of all the eggs. But other than that, it's good to go. I am honestly super, super, super excited. Okay, so it's deflated a little bit. I'm going to do like one more show of that because that's still okay though. But we're still going. This is still sweets, still treats. And then, hey, it all works. Look how beautiful this would be. What a lovely pre-op evening or morning you could be having. Anyway, okay. Oh yeah, I will cut it. Okay, you want me to cut it? Like, what if it falls apart? It's also hot as literal hell. Let me get... Also, I got this pan just for this occasion. I did not have one already. Oh, it's going to kind of deflate. Oh, okay. That's okay. I think it needs to sit. Okay, don't hate me, guys. I'm not going to cut it. Because it needs to sit. Like, it's not quite done. But still cake. Like, the middle needs to, like, cool a little bit. Because if I cut it, it's just going to, like... Sorry, that's a gross face. But, like, this is too hot. But I got restaurant fingers, but not this good. But it's literally, I will cut a piece in like a few minutes because I'm gonna leave it on the granite and it'll cool down. And I will cut a piece and show y'all. I'm honestly like so stoked right now. I know like this is like the nerd like probably the nerdiest thing ever, but I'm just like it happened because I wanted to make it a little easier. I did not. This recipe is not specifically easy, but it is very direct, which is great. So even if you're not like a super baker, you could do it. All right. Well, Cindy, can you tell me if we could add some powdered cocoa to it during pre-op? I feel like the answer is no because it has sugar in it, but post-op it'd be really good. Or you could hack it and use chocolate protein powder, I think. I don't know. I feel like the cocoa powder is probably sorry, my pants are doing weird things. Anyway, I forgot I'm like not alone in my kitchen sometimes. Let's see. I am going to post a slice because it's getting better. Like, it just needs to, like, let go. Because, like, right. So, from the springform pan, like, you look on the bottom, it's a little bit like, it's not stuck, but it just needs to like cool and like relax. So, okay, well, I'm going to call this a huge success. I'm very, very, very excited. And I think you will be too if you try it. I'm going to try it and like, I'll let you know like taste test wise, like how good it is. But honestly, it smells delicious. And for post-op purposes, if you want to make it, you could certainly do that and like top it with some fruit. That'd be awesome. Or like a couple like chocolate chips or pecans or something. It's like kind of like giving Dutch baby vibes. If a Dutch baby and a cake like had a baby. Anyway, hope that helps. All right. Thank y'all so much for joining me today. And I will, a protein powder drizzle. I thought about that actually, but the one I wasn't sure. I guess you could probably do it with the other scoop of your protein powder if you did it with like almond milk and made like a little drizzle. I tried to make a syrup with stevia and it was not good. So I'm gonna be honest with y'all, skip that. If that was your idea, it was not delicious at all. If you can find one maybe pre-made, it might be better, but like a lot of the stevia, the ones I found locally that were stevia sweetened were like fruit based, so which we also couldn't have. So I was trying to just go for like a simple syrup and maybe add some cinnamon or vanilla to it, and it did not go super great. And was honestly kind of yuck. So I was like, that's not gonna add anything to this cake. But so far, chef's kiss. So anyway, thank y'all again. Oh, Cindy says it does have 2 carbs. Yeah, I know. That's why I've looked into the cocoa powder a few times for this. I like lust after it and then I like put it down. But anyway, all right. Thank you so much. And I will post this recipe probably tomorrow because I'm going to like kind of write down all the tweaks and stuff I did and make sure that it's all easy to follow. Okay. Y'all have a good night.